win some prizes, and then some money. But just don't spend it all on WWE 2K20 on Card Sharks. Ladies and gentlemen, your host is Mr. Jason
And welcome back to another edition of Card Sharks here. And oh boy, how we doing today, everybody? Good group out there, and we welcome you to the show. Ready to have our contestants do battle tonight, and our first one is our champion, who has picked up one game under his belt so far and $3,725. Let's welcome back Brandon Bogart. He is here. Hey, how's it going?
Hello. It is doing great. Great. I know now that Bob Eubanks originally did like a later version of the show. And I doubt he'd be watching, but if he is watching,
Aha. There you go. That's a fantastic picture, man.
with his
Classic Newlywed Game, yes.
signature.
That's awesome.
All right. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I got that at July 29th last year at Tampa Bay Comic-Con when he was there.
Nice. Yeah, he's doing a lot of promotions these days, I guess.
Yeah, he was at a Tampa Comic-Con for a panel that was called the Not So Newlywed Game.
Yeah. But I heard that he would, if anybody ever asked him if he wanted to do a new version of Newlywed Game, he'd be like, "Yeah, let's do it." And he don't care how old he is. He does not care how old he is at that point, because then it's just like, okay, yep, okay. All right. Well, we wish you the best of luck there, Brandon. So good luck. And now, of course, opposing you tonight as your opponent in the blue cards, it's Danny Lewis. Hey, what's up, Mr. Accordion Man?
Just another week. Not
I
too
saw
much.
your video that you showed me about the polka band.
Oh yes, the guy Jan Levon from Hazleton,
Levon
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I thought that was freaking hilarious, and how they're all just jumping around in the music, and the couples are just looking like they're keeping a straight face. It's not like they're going, yee, they're like.
They had a great time.
Yeah, well, that's an interesting. I like polka music, and I think it's got a catchy tune to it. You kind of got to grow on you, you know.
Yes, it's an acquired taste. That's how I would.
It's
describe it.
definitely acquired taste. I had an uncle who had an asphyxiation for polka music. He was half Polish with the polka, and half Italian. So yeah,
there you go.
but the polka side of him really came out. He had collection of cassette tapes, and if there was a polka music, if it was a polka band, he had it, record or cassette. It didn't matter. Yeah,
Nice.
it was catchy. I mean, So you guys know what you got to do here. The first to win 2 out of 3 games goes on to chance the money cards for a chance at $32,000. Okay, and of course, Brandon, you're playing the red cards. Danny, you're playing the blue cards.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you got to win a toss-up question to get that, and we surveyed 100 people in this case. So, Brandon, we'll start with you with this question. We asked 100 teenagers who live in Beverly Hills, which is one of the wealthiest communities in the country. We asked them, have you ever paid another kid to do your homework? How many Beverly Hills teenagers have paid another kid to do their homework? Man.
Well, I don't even know how they would even pay anybody to. I'm gonna go with a very, very low number. Go with 7.
7, he says. All right. All right, Danny. Brandon says 7 out of 100 Beverly Hills teenagers have paid another kid to do their homework. Higher or lower than 7?
Oh, I think that's higher.
You think it's higher, and if you're right, you'll play your cards. If not, Brandon, you'll have control of the cards here. The actual number of these Beverly Hills teenagers who paid another kid to do their homework is 11, and you got it, Danny. Nicely done. Okay. All right, Danny, you're starting game number 1 with a base card. You can change with an ace. Oh, yeah.
No, keep it.
There you go. I had a feeling you would be. All right.
Well, let's go lower, please.
Of course, lower than the ace. Yes, it's a jack.
That's probably lower.
Is it lower? No, it's a king. Oh, and you're back to the base card. And now you give the champ a free chance at his cards. Brandon, you got to play this card. Cannot change it. It's a 2. Ooh, look at that. Ace 2. Look at that.
Higher!
He's going higher. And it is.
Freeze.
And we'll move over the freeze bar. Protecting that position. You have the 1 card advantage. Danny, your first question.
Okay.
We asked 100 single women. Have you ever said no to a man, but later wished you had said yes? How many women said they've done that?
Let's see.
Yeah.
I think it's relatively middle. I'll say 41.
He says 41 out of 100 women have said no to a man, but later wish they had said yes. Brandon, what do you say, higher or lower?
Oh. Unless they might have had a good reason to, so I would go lower.
You say lower, okay. The actual number of these single women who have said no to a man, but later wish they said yes is 65, and you got it, Danny. Okay, you're still looking at that ace.
Yeah, let's go lower.
Lower than the ace. Yes, it's a 7.
Let's go higher.
He's going to risk it. Is it higher? Yes! Yahoo!
No.
Barely.
Let's go lower.
He's going to risk those cards. Is it lower than the 8? Yes!
Higher than a 2.
Is he number 1? No!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Back to play, Danny. You go back to the base card. And Brandon, you got the 10. Whoa! You're still
Oh,
alive. Cannot change the 10. Whoa.
talk about unexpected.
Yeah.
Yeah, you almost fell out of your chair for that one.
I'll go lower.
Lower than the 10. Yes, it's a 9. Oh, but barely.
Freeze again.
Freezing on the 9 takes the 1 card advantage.
If
Well,
if my last card wasn't a 2, I would have frozen. But
Probably would have. Yeah, exactly. Definitely. But in this case, you would have got plagued either way with the double 2s. It just happened that way. And all right, 2 cards for Brandon, 4 cards for Danny. We go to question number 3. That's back to you, Brandon. Here's the question. We asked 100 commercial airline pilots. Has your automobile driver's license ever been revoked? How many pilots said their driver's license has been revoked? Ooh.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I just looked at the answer and I was like, yeah, ouch. Okay. But how do you think how many auto pilots had their license revoked, their driver's license, that is? How many do you think?
So, I don't know if this is sort of middle or if it's sort of high, but I'm gonna go a little bit against what I think and go 62.
62, he says. Okay. All right. Danny, higher or lower than 62 for 100 airline pilots having their automobile driver's license revoked?
I'm gonna have to go lower.
Say lower, okay? The actual number of these commercial airline pilots that have their had their automobile driver's license revoked is 5. You got it, Danny. Definitely lower.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, surely if all these, if it was a high number of them, they wouldn't have their jobs for much longer.
They wouldn't
'cause
even
they
have
might
their pilot's license,
Yeah.
let alone their driver's license. All right, Danny, you're still got the ace and you're trying to get past it.
Do I dare make a move? Let's go lower.
Lower than the ace. Yes, it's a 7.
Let's go lower.
Is it lower? No, it's not. And back to the ace he goes. Cannot get past that 3rd card. And Brandon, you got to break with the 9.
Lower.
Is it lower? No, double nine. Okay, so Emo needs 2 cards. Danny needs 4 cards. This is sudden death. So somebody must win on the next play of the card. So control is very important. We go to you, Danny, with this question. So we asked 100 married women. Have you and your husband ever had a pillow fight? How many
Well-
women said they have had a pillow fight with their husband?
Well, gee, I'd hate for them to have pillow fights before they're married.
Oh, well, hey, if they do, then it's all in good fun because nobody really gets hurt at the end except the pillow, you know? But so
just
how many
all
consider-
this money just for me and my pillow. Okay, I'm gonna go with. Let's see. I think that's that happens sometimes. So let's go with 54.
54, he says. Out of 100 married women said they and their husband have had a pillow fight. Higher or lower, Brandon? What do you think?
I'm gonna go lower.
Gonna say lower. This will decide control of the board. The actual number of these married women who have had a pillow fight with their husband is 43, and you got it, Brandon. Yes, but still close to half of them. Almost, Danny, you were not that far off. Only like what, 11 off? Not bad. Okay, Brandon, you have a decision to make. You can, of course, keep the 9, change it, and try to turn over the 2 cards. If you make a mistake, then Danny wins the game. But you can pass it to Danny. He needs 4 cards with a very good base card, an ace. But if he goofs, then you win the game. So what do you want to do? Play it or pass it?
I'm gonna play it, try to play it, and I'm gonna change it.
Okay, so he's going to try to turn over 2 cards. He changes the 9 to become King. Very good, Canes. Now,
Lower.
is it lower? Yes, now the big call.
Lower.
For game number 1, is it lower? You got it! All right. And so with that first game, he gets 100 hours. He's up to 3,825 hours. We'll play game number 2 right after this. Yo, that was down to the wire, gentlemen. Wow.
Hello?
Get James warming up.
Excuse me?
Come on, guys, quit playing games. Get Bobby up right now.
I think you might have the wrong number.
What? Who's this?
Who's this? Brother, you called me. You got the wrong number,
Hey,
okay?
I don't know what you guys doing.
Freak.
Hey, we're back for game number 2. Danny, you got to tie it up now. So this is your opportunity. Brandon has the first game, $100. But we'll start it off with Brandon with game number 2 with this question for you. So, Brandon, we found 100 people across the country who live in towns with populations of 10,000 or less. And we asked them, do you leave your front door unlocked all night? How many people who live in small towns say they do?
No one should even do that.
Yeah, that's true. If you,
There's some insane people out there.
Yep. But how many of these 100 people do leave their front door unlocked all night in a small town?
How many of these people are that crazy? I'll go 33.
Okay, 33, he says, out of 100 in the small town with the populations of less than 10,000, they keep their doors unlocked all night. Danny, higher or lower than 33?
Nice, Brandon. I'll go lower.
You say lower, okay. I would think that if that was the case, I probably want to lock my door regardless of where I live, you know? I'm so used to it, and I know a lot of people are too. The actual number of these people who live in small towns that say they keep their doors unlocked all night is 22, and you got it, Danny. Yes. Nice. Just a little bit lower. All right. Okay, Danny, you need to tie up this game, so let's see your base card for game 2. You have this time a 6. Play it or change it.
No, let's keep it.
Gonna keep it? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go higher.
Is it higher than the 6? Yes, an ace.
Let's go lower.
Is it lower? Should be. Yeah, definitely. All right, we'll move over the freeze bar, and now you have a 2-card lead over the champ. And so, Danny, here's your question. Okay, we asked 100 married women again. Boy, these married women are getting a lot of publicity. Says, have you ever said to your husband, "You never listened to me," only to realize he wasn't even listening? How many women said that's happened to them?
Oh God.
Oh, Jesus. That's pretty interesting there.
I'm gonna go 73.
Okay, Danny says 73 out of 100 women said that their husband wasn't even listening to them when they were having that "you never listened to me" only kind of a situation. Brandon, higher or lower?
I don't know if it's really at that high. I'm going lower.
Lower, he says. Okay. Well,
Ooh,
the action.
agree.
Interesting. All right. Well, the action number of these married women who have said to their husband, "You never listened to me," only to realize he wasn't even listening, is 86, and Danny's got it. Yes. Oh, very high indeed. And so the challenger has control of the cards again, and you're looking at a 5, Danny.
Let's go higher again.
He's going to keep the 5, goes higher, and with a 10, yes. Now for the big call if he decides to go on.
Yeah, let's go higher.
You say higher against the odds. Is he right? No, he's not right. And he goes back to the base card. Oh, try to see if you can win it that way. I don't blame you considering those high cards. Brandon, let's take a look at your base card. You got a chance now to win the game here, possibly. Your base card is 10, and you cannot change it.
Lower.
Lower than the 10. Yes, it is a 6. Uh-huh.
Let's freeze.
Okay, moves over the freeze bar. You need 3 cards. Danny needs 2. We go to question 3. It's back to you, Brandon, with this one. Hey, so we asked 100 congressmen in Washington, D.C., Brandon. Do you drive a foreign
Here we go.
car? Yeah. 100 congressmen in Washington, D.C. Do you drive a foreign car? How many congressmen do drive that foreign car? Ooh.
Can't imagine that there would be that many Congress. I would, What? What was that?
I'm here. I just had to come on my phone for a second.
Okay.
Oh.
Ah, what a close-up. This is a close-up.
Shoot, where was I?
You were talking about the congressmen who drive foreign cars. How many congressmen in Washington, D.C. do drive a foreign car?
They go very low. 13.
Okay. Brandon says 13 out of 100 congressmen in Washington, D.C. drive a foreign car. Danny, higher or lower than 13?
Let's go higher.
Hey, he says higher. And the actual number of these congressmen who drive a foreign car is 47. You got it, Danny. Yes. All right. Now.
Again, that many congressmen? Holy crap.
Shocked indeed. Yeah, it is. All right. You've got the control of the cards again, Danny. Player to change on the 5.
Let's change it.
I'm going to change it. Let's see what it becomes this time. The 5 now becomes a 4. Okay, a little better.
Let's go higher.
Is it higher?
Oh,
Dang, sorry about that. And it backfires on you with the change. It wouldn't have mattered either way. Now, Brandon, you just have the 6.
All right. Strange thing to do, but go higher.
Is it higher? Yes, it's a queen.
Oh my
Come
God.
on. Oh yeah. Gonna go lower? Lower. Yes. Now for the call. If you decide to go for it, you'll win the game. And oh, he freezes on it. Okay, he's putting up the freeze bar right there. We move it over. Now he needs 1 card. Danny needs 2. We now go to sudden death again. Gentlemen, this is someone's going to win on the next play of the cards. Control, very important. Danny, this is your question.
Yep.
Okay, we asked 100 bachelors. Have you ever had to fight off a woman's advances? How many bachelors claimed they have? Well,
I would think that would be pretty low. Let's try 29.
29, he says, out of 100 bachelors have said that they had to fight off a woman's advances. Brandon, higher or lower than 29?
Because again, there could be some crazy people. I'm going to only go a little bit higher. Only a little
Say
bit.
Okay, this is going to decide who gets control of the cards. The actual number of these bachelors who had to fight off a woman's advances is 56. It is higher. You got it, Brandon. Nice. More than half. And now, again, you're faced with the same situation. You can play and change, try to call it right. And if you win, you're going to retain the championship, or you can pass it down to Danny. He's got a 4 and has to play 2 cards. Your decision, play it or pass it.
I'm going to play it and change.
Okay, this is a big change for the championship. The 9 now becomes a 3. Yeah.
Higher!
For game number 2 of the championship, you got it! Brandon Bogart retains the championship for the second week in a row.
Thanks for having me.
We got no cash for you, but we got some fantastic prizes, including some gift certificates to Starbucks, and of course, don't forget Church's Chicken. If you know what
Church's Chicken. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a Church's Chicken out by you, but if there is, yeah. Well, it could be Danny Chicken Place, even Raising Cane's too. I know.
Oh yes, Raising Cane's is awesome.
There you go. Well, we hope you had a great time with us. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Champ, you did it again. $200 more in the game, $3,925. He's going to play the bonus round when we come back right after this.
Not too close. What do you think? I got that insurance?
What insurance is that, Yogi?
Aflac.
The one you really need to have. If you don't have it, that's why you need it.
Need what?
Aflac.
Well, if you get hurt and miss work, it won't hurt to miss work. And they give you cash, which is just as good as money.
Aflac. Ask about it at work.
How'd you like to be a contestant here on the David 3000 Network? There are 2 ways you can do it. First, you can drop us a line in the comment section down below saying you want to be a contestant, and we will reach out to you and get you further information. Or you can message Jason DeCanio or David St. Dennis directly on Facebook, and they will give you the information you need so you can be the next big winner right here on the David 3000 Network. Back to you in the studio.
Okay, we're back, ready to go here. Congratulations, Mr. Bogart, $3,925. And you got a lot of people in here cheering you on now. Look at this room here. Great group of people. Get behind him. Let's see if he can win $32,000. Are you ready to do it?
All right. Here it goes.
Let's set up the money cards right now for you. You know how it's played. And good luck to you. Here's your base card from the bottom row. Going to start with an ace, my friend. Woo! What a card.
Oh, yeah. All a bit lower.
All of it lower. You got it for $400 and a very good, still very good card. Now, with the jack.
$200 lower.
$200 lower than the jack. It is a 9. Yes. And now you're at $600. Good. Still a fairly decent card. You can, of course, change it or play it. 1 card per line is what you're allowed.
Change it with number 2.
Okay, changing the 9 with number 2, and the 9 becomes 4. All right, very good. Now, $600. What's your bet?
Another 200 higher.
$200 higher than the 4. Come on, be there. Yes, it is. You got it. $800. We move it up. Give you another 400. You're at 1,200, and you're looking at the 8.
Let's change that with number 1.
Gonna change it with number 1, and now the 8 becomes another 8. Oh, all right. Well, you know, you're staring at these middle cards here, though, but you still got $1,200. What are you gonna do?
Okay. The minimum lower.
$50 minimum bet lower than the 8. Yes, a 7. Good card, but still tricky right there in the middle. You got the $50, but you're still in the middle there, Brandon.
Yeah, do the last change.
No, you won't be able to change till you get to the top
Oh.
row.
Oh,
You've
snap. Okay.
So you got to play the 7.
Okay, well then I'll go another 50 lower.
The $50 trying to buy a better card. 50 lower. Yes! It's a 6. And you're still looking at a semi-bad card there, but now you have 1,300. Creepy crawling up the ladder.
Last minimum lower.
Gonna go lower against the odds. No, but you bought a very good card in the queen, and it goes up, and what are you gonna do with that queen? You keep it?
Oh, okay, I'll bet on that, and I think 625 is half of it, yeah?
625 is half of it, yep.
Okay, I'll go that lower.
Is it lower? No, it's a push, but you're still left with $1,250. That's still money in the bank there. Very good. And we add that to your prior winnings there with the $3,925 and the $1,250. Coming back next week with a grand total of $5,175. Yeah. Hey, the important thing is you're still the champ, and you can do it again next week if you happen to be good with the cards, you know? And of course, if you'd like to be a contestant on Card Sharks or any of the game shows that we have here on the David 3000 Network, drop me or David St. Dennis the line, and we'll get you on the game shows definitely. Great participation by everybody. We'll see you next week on Card Sharks. Good night.
The party contestants may receive reference by Z-Brick, ready to use acrylic sculpture coat for granite walls and ceilings. Now, you can create deep textures like a professional. Natural style Mott's applesauce, a special apple blend without added sugar or preservatives. For the calorie conscious or those preferring natural foods. St. Mary's Crisp easy chair sheets and pillowcases in handsome traditional patterns with soft pretty colors to complement any decor. Simonize, the first Greek name in car waxes. Available in pre-South and Olympic forms. There are shines and there are Simonize signs. A 22-piece, master mechanic multi-drive socket set complete with fitted box exclusively from True Value Hardware Stores. This is Jason Kelly, speaking for Card Sharks, a David 3000 Network presentation.
Don't forget to subscribe to the David 3000 Network for more great content like this one.